We've been hearing a whole lot of talk, man. All these motherfuckers talking about they hot. I don't believe them, Mike. I don't believe them flaming laces. Hey, we better turn this shit up to 104, man. Turn your motherfucking speakers up.
We about to turn it up to 104.
I did that. Oh.
Yeah, it was Essential Part
Well,
5.
hey, it's recording there. Awesome. Hi. Hello. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. What up, though? Mercenary to Down in the building.
He's in this bitch. I'm in this bitch.
We got Nebor in this bitch.
I don't get the fuck have. These motherfuckers don't know how to not fucking cancel and shit, but it's okay.
It's cool. You got us two ignorant motherfuckers on the line. We here, motherfucker. We still gonna do this goddamn show.
As always, the train keeps
rolling. I know. We understand we a day late.
Unless my phone dies, I'm at 10%. Give me one moment.
You see what I got to deal with, y'all? I can't talk, though, because I'm always on my laptop, so I kind of got like a little bit of an advantage because I be on my own little shit. So I got my phone be plugged up to the laptop, so the phone don't die.
Don't be trying to.
So no, I can't go in on it like I want to because I would probably be worse if I didn't have my laptop.
Me too. Be my top.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the good old Chromebook, y'all would probably be like, okay, where is it? And then y'all would hear all kind of cars and shit flying past in the background, all kind of shit. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't hear what shit you talking right now.
I know you don't, but I'm talking to the listeners, okay? I wasn't talking to Nebor.
Hey guys, guess what? Chicken butt.
I like fried stew with a barbecue.
You say what? It's so much.
I said, how you like it? Fried stew with a barbecue.
Fried grilled or barbecue?
Fried stew with a barbecue. See, listen. Like when people use this, I'm gonna tell you where that came from. I'm gonna tell you where that came from.
I like my chicken butt smothered in gravy with lots of veggies.
Look, no, see where that came from is like, you know, my grandmother is from like Pritchard, Alabama, right?
Right.
So of course she was like country as hell. Of course, I never got a chance to meet her, unfortunately. But like my daddy said, like, you know how people say,
oh, thank you. Yeah.
Guess what? And people say chicken butt, and he said his mama would always say, "How you like it? Fried stew to barbecue."
Fried barbecue. We need another option there.
It was like, you know, I guess that was the beginnings of me and my daddy's like snappy ass comebacks or some shit. Mm-hmm. Like you,
right?
Like we always got something to say, and that might have came from my grandma. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
It's a very good possibility.
It's fuck out here. All right, it's awesome to know.
All right, so.
Hold
on, wait. I'm like, okay, look, I'm gonna talk about this on here just because, like, I want to see if this shit is actually gonna work, right? The shit is called Clout Bucks. And me having enough followers, it kind of works for me. Like on Instagram and all that shit, so I can just post the shit and put the link up. But like, if this shit actually pays me out like it's supposed to, I'm supposed to be getting $400, and I just jumped on this shit at like 2:30 today.
I feel like that is a scam, and everyone who falls for it gets their identity stolen. Yay!
Oh, no. That's the thing. They have absolutely no information to steal your identity. That's the like they ask you. They don't even ask you for like your social media shit. They fuck around and put the links there. So if you got your phone, like I'm doing the shit off my phone, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I hit the link,
mm-hmm.
and the Instagram don't never work.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Like from nobody's shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could try to share some shit to Instagram and it just never happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I put the link up, it's just showing me shit. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna see how it works. I was like, I'll be the guinea pig because I ain't had to give them no information for real.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll be the guinea pig. I ain't about to. It's like I'm gonna get people to do it so I can see what the cash out is. But I mean, what they doing is it's like social media influencing, which is actually a very common thing that people do to make money.
On a link to go to your IG, that never worked. You're clicking on a link to go to all your social media sites, and you're doing it from your phone. So if that link had some sort of tracer or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays in it, then they technically have access to all your shit. Not just
No,
your
no. Because listen, you don't even you don't sign in from your phone. You don't sign in or nothing.
You just click the link.
Plus, I took my link and I dropped it without actually clicking their links to drop my link. I just shared the link. Like, you know, like I copied and pasted my link.
Oh, so you get all the other people if they were okay.
I mean, shit, if they fuck around and they get their shit fucked up, that's on them. Because that means that they did some extra shit. Because, like, just judging off of the shit that I filled out, it was my name. And then it was like, okay, it was my name, an email address, and then a password. Once you go in there, other than that, only thing that you need to do is have your payment method, and then they give you a link. That was it. They give you a link to share.
Payment information in there?
No, payment information as far as where they pay you. Like, you know how you have a PayPal link?
Your money from. Okay, gotcha.
Right, listen.
Maybe I'm just a skeptic for all these online things.
You know how, listen to me, goofy ass. You know how you have a PayPal. Look, you know how you have a PayPal link that you can request money? Mm-hmm. That's the link that you use that you drop for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no other PayPal links and shit.
Oh.
Right. Like they just get the one that you request money from so they can send the money to you.
Platform for scammers to use.
Right. But see, that's if you dumb enough to fuck around.
A lot of stories.
And give them the wrong shit.
Oh, no, oh, fuck my life.
Said, if it works or if it doesn't work, can't really do shit. All they did was get a bunch of extra clicks, and I didn't really do shit.
Right.
Because they probably getting paid per click. So if I do get paid or if I don't get paid, I didn't really lose no time. I didn't lose no energy. I'm good.
Do you know, I just watched a video at work recently which talked about how easy it is for these phishing emails to actually get people's information. And all this just sounds so familiar. Like,
hold on, no, wait. I'm about to tell you how easy it is for you not to click on shit.
Like the whole job was to deal with fraud and
somebody can walk past you.
Like all types of scams, phishing.
Okay, but listen. I'm about to tell you how absolutely unsafe your shit really is. Somebody can walk past you with an iPad and pick up all your motherfucking RFID information. So what difference does it make?
Any phone with that NSF feature can actually do that because you just put your phone to pay your shit nowadays.
Now, like I said, if I get paid in the end, fuck it. If I don't, fuck it. What they gonna do? They gonna fuck with some bad credit and be happy?
That's how I feel. Like y'all can still watch it.
So I mean, shit. What the fuck? What am I losing? What am I losing?
Let's talk about this concept that you have.
He
came up with this thing, guys, where he wants to do each host to do one unknown Black History fact a week, just a little special with just that host to play at the beginning of the show. And I'm all for that. I think that's great. But I'm like, why not just start now? Because every fucking day is Black History Day. It's a day to be proud of our blackness, our awesomeness, our wonderfulness, and the isnesses that motherfuckers be trying to take. So go, Ed. What would you like to discuss on this very first segment? Little unknown Black History facts.
Well, let's get into COINTELPRO. The counterintelligence, pretty much of the black people that were trying to fuck around and correct shit. i.e., let's say the Black Panther Party, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. A lot of people don't know about the U.S., which was actually a organization that was called the United Slaves. You had what was the other group? They were aligned with the Black Panthers, I do believe. The Black Liberation Army. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you had a lot of like, and this is like, right now I'm just talking 60s and 70s. This is like, when I guess black people decided to be revolutionary again after slavery. Because during slavery, I don't know why the fuck they don't talk about this shit.
And see, that's the point I was trying to make with that. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, during slavery, there was a shitload of fucking revolts. Nat Turner decided he was gonna run one, and that motherfucker did the damn thing. But they knew who he was because they were taking him from plantation to plantation to fuck around and talk to the slaves as a preacher. And then he turned around and went and fucked some shit up. Like, so he was well, that's all. He was like the Tupac of the 1800s. Except he actually got people to revolt. Tupac, he didn't really have to do it because in 93? That the riots happened over in LA. Pac didn't have to work that hard. It was like, well, shit, we sick of these motherfuckers anyway.
Oh, okay.
Went and tore some shit up. Unfortunately, it was in their own neighborhoods. Which is the problem with riots and shit.
Look at Detroit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
still trying to recover from that shit.
Matter of fact, hold on, look at Ferguson just a few years ago. They tore that motherfucker up.
Right, and you have to live there. So, but you know why I feel that is though?
Because it's close.
We're accustomed to not having shit, so fuck our shit up. But we too scared to take it to the motherfuckers that need to take. They can come to us. We should go to them. What the fuck? That's ass backwards.
They
come for us. We don't ever go for them.
This is where riots get fucked up. Because, see, at some point, people just get the feeling like, okay, well, shit, now I'm just having fun burning shit, right? Because even if you pay attention to the 67 riots in Detroit, I think it was like the 68 riots in Watts and all of that type of shit. Like, all of those riots back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit getting burnt and windows getting busted off started off at, like, the shit that didn't know black people own, and then some other motherfucker decided, like, okay, well, shit, let's set everything on fire. So, but see, on top of that, like, if you set a fucking storefront on fire, and let's say you got black owner, white owner, black owner, shit, if you set the white owner shit on fire, 9 times out of 10, just in common sense, like on a common sense level, the rest of the shit is gonna catch fucking fire. You know what I'm The white person might have a convenience store.
I'm just trying to understand why anybody got to set anybody shit on fire. Like, why can't we just all get along and be happy, minding our own fucking business?
Because one, you live in America. That's the easy answer. And I'm not gonna pull a shoe on you and be like, it's white spread. I ain't gonna do it.
White spread.
I wanted to so bad, but I'm not gonna do it. But that I leave that reserved strictly for her. Like,
right. Let her speak. Let her have her voice.
That's her. That's her shit. That's her shit.
Bars.
For me,
the way that Shoo can, okay?
Right, like, because when she say it, she go from there.
Right, she going in.
Hey, I let her do it. Like, fuck it, do your thing, baby. But it's like, look, real shit. I don't even think that it's like when you going through a fit of rage, right? Are you necessarily thinking about, like, okay, when I throw this vase across the goddamn room, what is going to hit?
I've never once had that thought when I've thrown something.
I mean, just think about it. Like, are you when you pissed off? When you pissed off,
you in that extreme of a moment, I ain't thinking no.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, like I'm saying, like when you get to that point when you pissed off, and you ready to you want to punch something, you want to kick something, are you thinking about what the fuck you punching and kicking? No, which is why you have 1,000 motherfuckers every day probably punching walls and shit and hurting themselves, and the wall still looking at them like, you stupid motherfucker. So, so it's like, okay, so in the middle of a riot, it's like, okay, hell yeah. Then I mean, think about how many motherfuckers can't aim a gun, and all you really got to do is point it in the right direction, right? For the most part. And look down the barrel. And then you have people, of course, nigga, if you can't throw a fucking football or a baseball or a rock or any fucking thing and it hits anything that you wanted to hit, then you probably can't shoot. I mean, so now you try to throw
Perfect
big game. Right. Like, so now you try to fuck around and throw a Molotov cocktail and you got a weak ass arm or some shit. So now next thing you know, it hit the shit next door. Like, I mean, so yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid to begin with.
Hold on now. Hold on.
It's stupid to begin with.
Okay. I mean, funny is, I mean, that's true. Very true. Very true. And very entertaining, by the way. And I love that.
That was ESPN.
Made the sports reference, like that shit came through. But we're getting into a lot of what we said at the beginning of this year, is which we won't do, is focus on the problem. So we're focusing on the problem, but let's shift it and focus on the solution. We can talk about the problem briefly, but let's give solutions.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. I was going to get to
talking about the problem.
Okay. Now, but I mean, like, I'm talking about the problem because, like, where I live at, I'm still seeing the problem that, let's see, 1967 is 2020, and you can still ride through certain parts of the city and see remnants of this shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's a daily struggle with the past.
Beautiful.
Right?
Like, I would love to start a project where we just, I don't know what the word is because I can't think of it, but everybody needs to get together, start some sort of fund and fund it, and just bring Detroit back to its old world charm. Even if we don't fully fix it, at least, make it look nice.
Listen, I was getting there though. Like, okay, so
there,
after all of this time,
just to show them where I'm from,
it might have took 40 to 50 years. But it's like, if you're not like all out in the neighborhoods and all this other shit like I am, like on a regular basis, right? You don't see all of the shit that I see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow. You could live in a certain area and never know anything.
Right. That is fucked up the way it is.
Right. And it could be fucked up. Like, I've actually watched neighborhoods since I came back from Alabama, right? Since I came back, I've actually watched neighborhoods go from like complete and total shit to like, okay, you getting new subdivisions and shit built throughout the city.
Right.
Now, some of them actually on some real shit. Like when they tore down the Jeffries, I was thinking like, damn, they just about to say fuck the broke people, right? What they actually did was they tore down the old Jeffries and built some new ones. So they still low income housing. Like, you know, so that whole little stretch, except
look nicer. They can charge you more money. Right. It's a little more modern.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They look modern. They look a little bit better and shit. They don't look like those fucking row houses and shit for real no more.
Fast projects, right?
Like, because you got to think about it. Like when they started building all those projects and shit, that was wartime shit. So when the soldiers came home, like if you go over in Southwest Detroit,
that's where they will live.
You know what I'm saying? Go to like Southwest. If you go to like Southwest and you go over like on Porter, and let's say like Verner and Porter, there's a whole stretch like over there, and then on the other side of Southwestern. You know what I'm saying? No, Western. Yeah, you go on the other side of Western. It's the same type of shit. Those row houses. That was all for like motherfuckers coming back from the war and shit, so they would have somewhere to go.
Right.
And then eventually everybody turned that shit into like low income housing and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
50, 60 years later, you got lead paint all over the fucking place. You know, I mean, shit.
Okay, let me tell you how fucked up it is. Nobody enforces people when they sell a house or rent, especially rent a house, to test for lead, fix any lead issues. You just got to sign, yes, I know about lead, no, I don't. And I let them know. Which 9 times out of 10, they ain't really letting you know.
Well, see, here they supposed to do that. I only know that because my daddy was he was an investor. He was a real estate agent. He wasn't an investor.
You know what? Since I'm in the law now and I'm suing landlords, I need to see about the one back in Michigan because he had lead all throughout his house and he said he didn't know, and Eli got sick and he had a lead level of fucking 56, and by state law you can't be above a fucking 5. Like he had 56 and you supposed to be below 5.
Nigga, that whole house was made
We
on
had
it.
to move before the end of our lease. Stayed a week in a hotel. Man, what?
That's fucked up.
Then there's the whole issue with mold.
I'm laughing because it's
But
like that's
in
kind of
Texas,
angering.
nobody holds the landlord responsible for mold. If you or your children get sick off of mold, it's up to you to take your landlord to court. That's some bullshit. Why don't the state get involved? The CDC, some fucking body. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
that's up to you. And
normally,
as
if
people,
you have,
9 times out of 10, we just
listen,
don't forgive him because that's what we've been taught to do.
well, see,
Nobody ever does anything.
There's a loophole there. There's a loophole there. If you have mold in your house, right? 9 times out of 10 is because it's too much moisture getting in.
Right. Like say from a leak.
Right. So if it's a roof or let's say, let's say your siding or any like your what's that shit? Fucking fuck the shit that you the gutters, any of that type of shit all fucked up.
Oh, or what if they don't have?
That's all landlord. That's landlord.
Anyway.
So you don't make a complaint about mold, you make a complaint about the shit that's causing it. That's a loophole.
Right. But see, that's the thing. Nobody knows that. We just suck it up and keep it pushing and go on to the next. Oh, he'll get his karma. No, we gotta be the karma sometimes. Like, why are we so scared to stand up for what is right? Why are we so scared to do that? Because people tell us to keep our heads down, just stay quiet, do this, do that, and you'll get along. Why is that the norm?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always a loophole to damn near everything. Trust me. Like, I know. I use enough of them. So, I mean, shit, it's all about knowing what the fuck you can do. Only reason I knew about all that type of shit is because, like I said, my dad, when I was like about 15 or 16, I think he was retiring from the phone company, but he didn't want to not work. So he went and started taking real estate classes.
Gotcha.
So I was bored. I mean, shit, I was on punishment. Like, so I was reading the books and shit. It was like, oh, okay, well, shit, yeah, it's always a loophole around shit. That's how you go about it.
It's how you go about it. But see, that's the thing. Sometimes it's a process. And when you're in the deepest of shit, it's hard to wait for that process to come.
Man, I'm hard to kill. You try to keep your fucking calm, and all that type of shit, but you be thinking about all the shit you need to do, all the shit that's already going on that you don't want to deal with, and some other shit, and next thing you know, you sitting there like, God damn it, how the fuck did I get here? Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. But I mean, shit, like, people talk about home ownership. That's not where the money at. The money is in the land. Find you a big ass open stretch of land. Find you a stretch of land with some woods and shit. Because it's so much of it. There's a lot of that shit left in America. All you gotta do is check fucking zoning laws and see what the fuck you can do with it.
Yep.
That's it. But of course, you gotta have the money to buy it first.
As well, already just there for you to take because you're buying the land.
Right. That's why I'm like,
Just
it's like,
yeah,
okay, you got money.
and that was some check the zoning laws and consider the amount of work you'll have to put into bringing that property to code. But if the benefit outweighs the loss, why not do it? Why not, go for it?
I mean, that's why, okay, and I can say this because there's so much of this land around this motherfucking nation.
Man, I
I'm
want
gonna
to
say this nation.
get some fucking tents and dig a hole. That's just
P
the point.
game.
I'm like, fuck
If you
this
buy
shit.
P game, if you buy, let's say 10 acres of forest land, right?
Hmm.
Not to move on immediately or anything like that, right?
Just let it sit.
You buy 10 acres of forest land.
Hmm.
Depending on the zoning laws, which is why you might want to check the zoning laws before you pay for it.
Right.
Oh, you can always let the logging company fuck around and pay you to come out there, or you can go out there yourself and
And
tree by tree, you get
because I would I
1,500 to $3,000
let them,
a piece.
maybe, I guess it depends on how many trees there were, how much they could actually take, because if it's enough, maybe you can keep half and then give me the other half, because you know how many fires that builds, how many homes that builds, how many fucking dams all them damn
All
trees
that other
build,
shit.
windmills and shit for power
You
generation.
got to think about it. They need wood to make charcoal. So, I mean, shit. If they talking about like, okay, yeah, we running out of natural resources, that's a fucking lie. Because charcoal is actually made from wood, which comes from trees, obviously, right?
Right.
So, what it is like, okay, if if I get 1 acre of land, I might have 100 trees on that acre of land, right?
Mm.
Depending on what type of trees they are, I can have 100 to 150 trees on 1 acre sometimes, right? Now, if I get 10 to 15 acres, I might have like five or
But see,
ten
this,
different. I might have 5 or 10 different variations of wood.
okay, okay,
Now
okay.
changes, which now
I'm sorry.
changes.
I'm just very short tonight. I do apologize beforehand, even though it's not beforehand. But shit, fuck that shit. How are we going to get people to just understand the importance of teamwork? Yeah, we might have some words. I might not like you today, but you know what? Tomorrow is a new day. Let's try again. Like how do we how do we do that?
I don't know. I think I understand it a little bit more because like I played team sports and shit. Like you know what I'm saying. So it was like okay, I hated my teammates a lot. Like you know what I'm saying. I couldn't stand these niggas.
But
But
why?
because it was like, okay, if I'm working extra hard, then I'm working too hard. Then if I tone it down, I ain't working hard enough. So you always gonna have your motherfuckers that's gonna have
Right, boy.
you always you always have those ones that always have a complaint. You always got those. But then you have the ones that you have some that don't have anything to say at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know how the fuck they feel about shit because they never say anything.
They don't say anything.
Then you have the other ones that say too much. Then you have the other ones that talk but don't say enough. So it's like you have a perfect blend of all kind of fucked up shit in the team most of the time. But when it all comes down to it, in the end, it's like, okay, this is the goal that we're trying to get to. And if everybody agrees on the goal, shit, it don't fucking matter. You might have your way of looking at it. I might have my way of looking at it. Shit, we make this shit work some kind of way. We work your idea in, and we work your idea in, and we work your idea in. That's about it. Because outside of that, you can't fuck around. Everybody can't agree with one person, and everybody can't agree with each other. So it's, it's like shit.
And
Everybody had
so
their input.
I
That's
think
it.
that's when maybe egos collide. I'm not sure. I don't know when adults had to be responsible for other adults. Like if you really want
You don't.
what you want, you would at least put forth some sort of effort to gain it.
I
Is it
kind
my-
of feel that.
I don't know what
I
it
kind
is.
of feel that. But I mean, to me, when it comes down to like some shit like teamwork, like I said, that comes down to an understanding of the majority of the team. Like, you know,
So you have to understand the players on your team.
right? And y'all all gotta like. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where it comes down to like, okay, like I remember like, and we was young as fuck, like running track and shit.
Hmm.
Like the relay teams, we would get together. And everybody just, you know what I'm saying, we knew like I could be like I'm the fastest one, so I need to run anchor. So I'm the last one running. Even though I knew I wasn't the fastest motherfucker, but you know what I'm saying, that's the one to get all the glory for the most part, right?
Hmm.
But you have people like me on the other hand that knew that I wasn't the fastest one, and I'm like, okay, well I'll run second leg as opposed to the first, well, or the third one, or whatever the fuck. And then you might have the two, you might like, and I'm speaking on this shit like from the 4x100 meter. That probably doesn't make any sense to you, but everybody runs 100 meters. It gets you all the way around the track once. So, it's like, okay, well, I catch the baton better. So, okay, let me get second leg. So we would sit there and figure all this weird shit out, right? And in the end, we'll win. Even if the motherfucker that wasn't the fastest motherfucker was the one that got the shit at the end, but it was like, okay, this what works best for the team, basically. So it was more simple than what the fuck we made it, in other words. And now that we're adults, it's a little bit more difficult because now everybody kind of set in their ways and think a little bit different. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just kind of how that shit works. I don't know. I mean, I feel like people should play on sports teams as kids or get on like a fucking academic games team or some type of team of some sort. Get involved in a group while you're young, because once you get older, that shit is kind of hard to fuck around with. Because if you ain't never fucked around with like groups of people consistently, and it's like that same group, and you know how to work with the team, it's kind of hard to do it.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know how. I just don't know how. I think if everybody, like, it should, I don't know what to, you know?
So I'm like, see, you the leader of this little shit here, buddy.
And I done fuck many people off on the way or pissed.
Hey, it happens, shit.
Fuck.
Like I promise you, if you watch like these videos now of like these motherfuckers that Michael Jordan played with, nigga, they couldn't stand his ass.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, the same way. You know what I'm
Is it just a weakness of mind then as to why, or some sort of deep seated, I don't know, just insecurity? Like, is that, I'm not sure. I don't know.
No, what it is like, okay, you have people that take over and they fuck around and they put their foot down a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you can't do shit but respect it. Even if you don't like it, you just gotta respect it.
Right. Just shut the fuck up and do what needs to be done.
Right. If we gonna make this shit work the way we gonna make this work for this right here, then shit, pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying.
My forehead looks shiny as fuck. And I just love my face.
Hell no. Okay, I mean, real shit though. That's really what it be. It's like shit. You gotta fuck around. You gotta think about that. Like when you step into a leadership position, Oh, trust me. It don't matter if you dealing with one other motherfucker, if you dealing with 100 other motherfuckers. There's gonna be some motherfuckers that don't like you.
Yeah, pretty much. But
One, you in charge. Two,
right.
this is
But
what it is.
like that there's a way, like everybody should be able to use tact and be mannerable and get their point across and their be heard and have their voice without becoming rude and disrespectful with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
not realistic.
and that's what somebody told me, like, you too blunt. Like, you can't, Robin, you can't be Robin with people like you too blunt. You can't do it. Like, because most people go take that the wrong way, but I can't not lie to you and tell you what I know. I'm not trying to tell you what I don't know. I can only tell you what I know, which is me and why I do things. And any fact in any book, publication, or anything like that that I may have read, you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, but shit, that's what I'm saying. That shit is not actually that's not realistic. Like, for real. Because you got to think about it. How easy is like, okay, let's say if you've been working your ass off for the last 6-7 months,
Right.
and you get a promotion at work, right? And somebody else that feels like they should have got that promotion don't get that promotion. What they gonna do? They gonna hate on your ass like a motherfucker.
It's in complain like a motherfucker.
Even if you are the better candidate, regardless, they don't give a fuck. They feel like they're the better candidate. Which is like, you know why in the NBA they get rid of motherfuckers that cause problems.
You know what sucks the most though, because most people, I'm assuming, in those type of positions never really asked for it in the first place. You know,
Right.
people don't just say, hey. I mean, you know, maybe that's in the back of some people's minds, but I can't even say normal, but a humble, logical person isn't going to be the big, in your face, egotistical type person. They're going to, you know, try to get to know everybody. They're just going to do what the fuck they got to do to get along and, you know, make it work. However they need to make it work.
Yeah. So I'm like, shit, just I don't get upset by the shit personally. Like, I just look at it like, okay, well, either I was more qualified or I done did more than you, or maybe, I mean, and they looked at it and it was like I was doing a better job than you, even though I might not fuck around and point it out that way.
Yeah,
I might fuck up because I'm at work.
A school or that type of work type of instance, just like life in general, your relationships with your friends, your family, maybe if you have a significant other, there's always that dynamic and that conflict of power. And why can't people just learn to just all get along and just fuck the little small bullshit and get to the bigger picture and do what the fuck you got to do to get to that?
Because if you do that, because at that point, now you seem weak. This is just like, listen, this is just everyday life type shit. And I know you agree with me on certain shit. Like, okay, now you look weak because you done fucked around and, how can I put it? Kind of just said, fuck it, right? Like,
right.
Like, we are both known to do this shit, and we obviously ain't no weak motherfuckers, but it's like, you know, some people look at it like, okay, well, when you say fuck it, you ain't got the strength to fuck around and fight through it. No, I done fought through it enough. Now I just said fuck it.
Right, fuck it. Like, it wasn't, wait.
I ain't got time to keep going through this shit. Fuck y'all. So it's like, so, you know, hey, you don't agree with it? Hey, fuck it. Hey, I don't care. But so it's like, it's funny though, because like I said, when you're dealing with a team, as far as like this team that we have right now, where you have a bunch, like you have these 4 people that fuck with each other and we have conversations.
Completely different personalities.
And we all fucking nigga, opinionated as shit. Like, you know, but get along though. Because ain't nobody on no bullshit.
Right.
There you go. That's the difference. Sometimes they throw some bullshit.
Thank you, Michigan. You know. rough,
Oh yeah,
state.
hold on. I'm not trying to do a real commercial, but Cash Addict. That's my homeboy. They call him Bone. You can get these bitches over here on Schoolcraft and Greenfield. All right, now back to the conversation.
Show the shirt.
Huh?
Show the shirt again.
Cash Addict.
How much you paid for that there shirt?
This shirt, well, I paid what 15 for it.
Not bad.
But he's a local rapper too. His name is Bone Consistent. You can find him all over the place.
Bone Consistent. Interesante.
And they go at the same shop as the other shop that I'm always promoting. I am him, he is I. Like I said, right on Schoolcraft and Greenfield. It's a black building next to a barber shop. If you can't find it, you lost. Something wrong with you. Because it said big as hell on the side of the building. I'm gonna have to go take a picture of the side of the building so I can post it on the page. But yeah, they some cool people too. Man, unless you actually walk up in that motherfucker, sit down and smoke a blunt and everything, and he don't give a fuck. Told you, I just know all the hood niggas. I know some business people, but you know, I mean, shit, he's a business person, but shit, he's just kind of hood. Fuck it. He ain't selling drugs. Niggas smoke weed and make t-shirts and hats and shit. But as we were saying, you know, when it comes down to certain shit, you just gotta have the right squad with you.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. It's hard out for a pimp. Well, you've got to get the money for the rent.
Exactly.
When Cadillac and gas money spent, you catch a whole lot of bitches jumping shit.
Right, and when they jump ship, it's over. Shit. I
watched that movie.
I need some Tupac hoes. They still love his ass. This nigga been dead for what?
Right, but how long?
But let's see, he died in 96. It's 2020. This nigga been dead for what? 24 years? Nigga, they fuck up a CD, nigga, and they buy an MP3. God damn it. Like, I need that type of love. Right. Nigga, they might go back and buy the CD too.
But you know what? I've stopped looking for love from the world and just started loving myself and fuck the world. And
no,
you know,
I'm only saying that on a monetary basis.
Oh yeah, well yeah, when it comes
I'm not talking about it.
Hell yeah, you know.
I'm not talking about it as like, okay, I need love like that. I mean, shit, I can love my damn self. I got kids that love me unconditionally. You know what I'm saying?
People of
I could fuck up. Listen, I could fuck up 50 times, and I know at least 4 little people gonna love me forever, unless I did something fucked up to them.
Like you're like really seriously gotta fuck up with kids to just that's
you know, shit. I got a lot of. I mean, I got 4 little people that like show me all the love in the world, even though I might not have it today. I might not have it tomorrow, and I got it.
These 2 of them running, mommy.
All right. All right, shit. Shit, my 2 older ones, listen, my 2 older ones still do that. My 11-year-old, my 9-year-old come running at me like they still little. And I'll be standing like, oh shit. I'm about to happen.
Every day, and they see you every now and again in the kids' mind. Yeah. So yeah, you know, that's a different kind of love right there.
But see, it's like, you know, the 2 older ones now, it's like some little tanks running at you. Like, it's like Melody all this shit. E5 is tall for his age, and then he hefty too. So when he come running at me, it's like, oh shit. Now mind you, the littlest one, Aiden, This little nigga come running at me. I'm already bracing myself because he only so tall, so it's like, okay, he might like run his head into my nuts or something, right? So I brace myself when I see him running,
Yep, that's Eli. You
and
know,
then like,
hey, you
he'll
know,
fuck around. Hold on though, but, like he'll run into me, and like when
we,
he run into me, it feel like a grown man running into my leg.
damn.
It's like, cause this nigga, he's like, this little nigga ain't nothing but muscle.
Buckles.
That little nigga is nothing but muscle.
Yep. Nick
So
up every morning. Whenever he can nowadays, and works out. He worked out this morning. Talking about, Mommy, look what I can do. Got his freaking arm behind his back. I'm not sure why. And then Eli right there trying to do the same stuff. Nope.
well, I mean, shit, you seen how
He's
Aiden,
sitting there.
and then like a lazy little ass.
When-
Right now, she's sprouting up. You know what I'm saying? So now she done got to the point where she getting tall and skinny.
Why do kids grow so fast? Why? What is it? Is it
That's
in
what you're supposed to
or
do.
food?
Man, I gotta figure out a way to shave. You see this little punk ass shit? That's horrible. That's
I got a beard
that
coming up.
black man skin.
You see it? See my beard? I don't think he does.
Okay.
Huh?
No, I'm looking at
It's race 59.
my bad. All right. So, have you seen that new Tyler Perry movie?
Why would I watch a new Tyler Perry movie?
I don't know because everybody been talking about it. I ain't seen it either.
Nope.
That's why I was asking you.
No. I think my trainer said he saw it, or somebody in my training class said they saw it, but I don't know. I don't think they liked it though. If they did see it.
Well, I mean, if your trainer is a dude, he probably didn't like it apparently. Like, because
Makes
you
it
already
seem
you know how Tyler Perry is.
predictable.
Like, you know, he gonna treat the dude, you know, it's like, okay, well, if all you do is depict men, black men, as like these horrible fucking people, of course black men ain't gonna fuck around and follow your black male ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, god damn, like, okay, so what about the ones of us that actually give a fuck and do shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not gonna like you.
Ever do it?
It's like all the messy ass females gonna love your shit. I just watch the movie sometimes. It's like, okay, see, a majority of the times that I watched anything Tyler Perry was either my mama, my wife. Shit, that was it. Like, I didn't really watch that shit. Like, you know, it's like, I wasn't into the plays. I wasn't into none of that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
People used to play his plays, but I never on the TV, but I never really watched that. Shit was terrible. And then he made
right.
movies. I gave a couple of them a try. I think it was like the first 3 or 4. But what was that? I think it was one movie and I don't know. It was a mess. I stopped watching them after that. The black girl was with the white dude. Then the dude played her or some shit. And then the other dude was I don't know. It was just a fucking mess. It's crazy. Like too much.
Hear that.
Oh, who I was just talking to someone about this very thing. And how people eat that shit up though, like all the drama, like even the reality shows, Real Housewives. I think she said the Real Housewives of Atlanta or something, and they're not real, like it's scripted and shit.
Right.
But people eat that shit up and base their lives on it, and it's just it's sad. Nasha, Paper Dollhouses. That's who I was speaking to. Paper Dollhouses. It's gonna be a great show. She's a very smart young lady.
I mean, I appreciate very smart young people. Period.
Yeah, well, she's not. She's not very smart. She's like super smart, but yeah,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you come across people that actually have they
sense.
have some sense and some knowledge, and it's hard to come by. It's very fucking hard to come by because what I mean, shit. Well, I don't know. Well, shit. No, I can say it's everywhere. It's not just here. It's just when people have an opportunity to fuck around and speak up and talk about how they feel about shit, 9 times out of 10 they won't. That's the bad part because they're too terrified of what the backlash might be.
Yeah.
I don't
Very.
give a about the backlash. What they gonna
Well,
do? Beat my
right,
ass? Fuck
right.
me up? What they gonna do?
Yeah. You do give a fuck about the backlash when it's you standing in front of a fucking judge and they got the gavel to sentence your ass to life. I bet you care about the backlash then when it has anything to do with your money or your freedom or the freedom or money of your family.
Right.
Period.
That makes sense. I mean, shit. I just look at it this way. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what my family got to say. So whatever.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't give a fuck. That's mercenary, my niggas.
Listen,
I'm sorry,
nigga,
my
my
people.
family got something to say. My family ain't got shit to say. I really don't give a fuck. Real shit. Nigga, I'm over here on camera, nigga. You see this shit? I got like a 8 o'clock shadow right now. And I'm,
Got a 10 o'clock
I'm
window.
on video, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
No one cares.
Shit. If I don't give a fuck what I look like at the moment, what make you think I give a fuck about somebody say I got to say? Stop it.
You need help in a very large
I
dose,
probably do.
possibly.
I'll be
But
alright.
do you have any final thoughts? Because I still have to use the restroom, and I
No,
haven't gone. So this is gonna
we're
end the
gotta
show.
take a shit.
Okay, and I'm just going to say that goodbye, good night. Shut the fuck up, people. Worry about yourselves.
I don't even know none of that
Whatever the
shit.
fuck that
Like,
means.
yeah, I was just throwing shit up. You know what I'm saying? Gang, gang.
You sound like a gay guy. Gay
No,
gay.
nigga. Oh, I said gang, gang, nigga, not gay,
Gay
gay.
gay.
Gang, gang. Oh, fuck it. Well, the gay guy.
Fuck
I sound like
yeah.
a Midwest nigga. You fucking Frankfurt, Germany ass.
Excuse me. I'm not
Listen
from
here.
Germany exactly.
Nigga, I'm gonna start calling you CC.
YCC.
Concentration camp. Just German ass.
Hi.
You
That
actually
ain't
like, dog. See, the bad part is you were actually born on like,
that
American soil technically. But I'm still call you a concentration camp back.
You know what? I don't know. I think I was born on German soil because I was born in a German hospital, not on a base.
Well, were your
But
parents?
I
Wait,
am
wait, wait.
looking into that
Both of
now
your
because I
parents.
didn't get my social security card until like 4 years after my
Okay,
parents
wait.
came back.
So wait. So were both of your parents still American citizens at the time?
Yeah, so technically I'm American because that's
Yeah,
their
you're
law.
American. Because your
That's
dad was in the
their law.
military, right?
Right.
Oh, so
But
yeah.
Germany has this loophole though, which
You could
states
never, you
that
couldn't, you could never
Germany
run
has a
for, you could
loophole
never
though that states
president.
if you were born on German soil and your parents chose not to get you citizenship, you can have a claim for dual citizenship, but your citizenship period, you just gotta really know the fuck out of their culture, including the language. So that's the language. That's the hard part right there for me.
Right.
But we go. Yeah, I'm looking into it. See what I see. Probably a lot of money. Probably a whole lot of money. But once it's done, we can go view Hitler's grave together. I would appreciate that.
Well, that shit is somewhere probably in South America, from what I understand.
Probably, but who cares?
But they said that, I mean, from what everybody keeps saying, that Hitler he made his way up out of motherfucking Germany.
Oh yeah, what the fuck you thought he was? What?
Like, shit, that nigga got the fuck on.
Right. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe we'll have a World War II. Let's have a the Art of War episode. And
No, we need to have a whole episode just based on nothing but conspiracy theories.
The conspiracy theorists.
Just conspiracy theories, like about all kind of shit.
Yeah, I like that. Let's pencil it in for
Look, we can run through them bitches like fast as hell. We can run through them fast as hell. Like the whole flat earth shit, all that type of shit.
A lot of them shits too, man. Like a whole fuck shit.
There's so many of them. You can just run through them. Tupac not dead. Elvis not dead. The earth is flat. Motherfucking all kind of shit. There's so many of them.
Area 51.
Nigga, 9/11. There's so many of these, man. Some of these movies everybody be talking about, like the Da Vinci Code, all that shit. Yeah, we need to do that one.
And that wasn't even a movie first. It was a fucking book, you dickheads. But
I know it's a book, but shit.
Like, no, not you. I'm just talking about people, period. Like, that's the first thing they go to, the movie. Fuck the movie. But Jesus was a black man. Peace.